Josh, thank you for joining us. It was a game of two halves today, a 1-1 draw with Northampton.
Yeah, certainly. I think, listen, you got to be real and honest about it. We, like everyone, we're stating the obvious, we're human beings and we haven't won enough games over the last month or two or whatever it might be, 16, 17, 18 games. So obviously we're going to be a little bit nervy, we're going to be a little bit twitchy. We knew what Northampton were going to pose to us and throw at us tonight, and I think credit to them first half, they started the better and got on the front foot and played their style of play and their game plan very well. And I think whether it was a little bit of nerves, a little bit of everyone was a little bit tense, I think that's how it felt. And we just couldn't really get going, but they're the differences. If you can get in from playing poorly or not really get going at 0-0, second half we've shown what we can do and what we're all about, you know. And listen, it's not ideal to go 1-0 down or whatever it might be. It's happened a few times this season, and then suddenly dominate the second half like we have there. Because if you can start 0-0 and you come out and play like that second half or anything like that second half, you're most likely standing in now with 3 points. But as you say, a game of two halves. First half very frustrating, especially to concede so late again in the half. But then second half, I thought we were superb. I think everyone, from minute one in the second half to the end, the substitutions, everyone's played a part and really changed the game, and I think well worthy of at least a point.
I think everyone agrees it was much better in the second half. What was the message at half-time to get that response?
We had to stand up. Listen, we couldn't crumble, we couldn't fall down and as I say, what I've just said there, crumble, because if we did, it could have been 2 or 3-0, and then we're staring at another defeat here, and things could have got, I'd say nasty, but could have got obviously a lot worse. So I think it's a credit to the staff with what they've told us and how they've got us going at half time. They've laid it down and said it clearly what we had to do, and they've made tactical changes. So the boss has made some tactical changes during the game along with the staff and substitutions as well, and it's all come together and all paid off, and I think we've really dominated their second half, and it's a credit to the players again to stand up like that, because it can get nervy, and rightly so. The fans are frustrated because they want to win football games, but so do we. We want to win football games, but as I touched on earlier on, we're human beings and we're going to have nerves, we're going to be twitchy, but we need to somehow find our way into games better, start games better and get a foothold. And then if we can grow into the game like we did there tonight and finish second half off like that, then we give ourselves much more opportunity to get 3 points.
Similar to the game at Grimsby, it was a penalty that got us level, and it was you that stepped up. I believe it's your 7th goal in League Two from midfield of the season. Done you an injustice. 8th goal of the season there. You showed a lot of composure to bury that in such a late stage of the game.
Yeah, do you know what? Penalties are a weird one, and I think if you look at right across the board now, I think goalkeepers are getting a lot more athletic, a lot more powerful, and they tend to go early, or even if they don't, they can somehow wait and have got that power to push. I was watching football on Sunday and with Jamie Vardy missing penalties, and everyone does now, but I've obviously missed my last one, and after that I missed that, obviously I did stick it away from the rebound. I said to Lee, you could have the next one, but I've showed composure, to say, but the biggest thing about penalties is bottle and stepping up, and without me saying it about myself standing here now, they're very nerve-wracking, and especially with the way scenarios and results have gone at the moment, and the pressure that was on that penalty, I can't stand here and lie, I felt it big time, but there was no two ways about it. I was stepping up and I had what I wanted to do, and I caught it very sweet, as much in the corner as I could, obviously with gaining off the post, and I was just obviously delighted to score. Obviously, yes, it's 8 goals, but if I could swap them 8 goals for another 8 wins, I'd take that right now. But the fans deserve that. The whole football club deserved that, you know, because it's been a frustrating period. And yes, there's been quite a lot of draws in these 16, 17, 18 games, what it is. I think we keep saying only 1 win, but I think it was like 6 defeats, something like that. So yes, we need wins. We need to turn those draws into wins. But I think the way we've finished there tonight, and of course getting the penalty, I feel very proud. But we need to start getting some wins as well.
Celebrations were cut short. It's fair to say, ugly scenes. It was difficult to see where I was, what quite happened. But as a player on the pitch, what did happen?
I'll be completely honest with you. I was asking the question to all the players there in the changing room after. I was asking the referee, their staff, other people. I honestly don't know. As you probably see, I ran off celebrating because I was just obviously delighted to have stuck the penalty away. I felt like something was weird because I could hear some shouting or something going on. I turned around and I just see Dates was pinned down on the floor by one of their players. So I've run over like a lot of other players. There was a bit of a scuffle. But it's not for me to say, but it felt like Dates very hard done by to receive a red card, because from what I could see, he's not done anything wrong other than someone trying to grab the ball, and then it all went off from there, they're telling me. But he's telling me in there as well, like everyone else, that he and anyone else has not done anything wrong. So I don't know how he's got the red card, but that's obviously for them and others to look at. But other than that, I just believe it was a time to try to get the ball, try to get back to go again, because we're on top and one of their players has rugby tackled or pinned someone down, and I'm not sure other than that what's gone on.
Finally from me, Josh, we're back at home on Saturday, another important game against Newport, and we'll be hoping to build on that second half especially and take that into the game and try and get 3 points. Yeah,
listen, I think this is a weird one, isn't it? I think the Premier League have had it this week. It's the spin around of that 28th, 29th fixture over Christmas, and for whatever reason, I believe it might be to do with location, how it works, but we're playing them very quickly, and sometimes you play teams like a couple of months, 2-3 months later, but we seem like we're playing them, obviously, whatever it is, 3, 4, 5 games later, so we know what they're all about. Not much changes with them. They're very effective in what they do. We know it's going to be a very difficult game, probably very similar tonight, the style of play and what they've got. And we've got to roll our sleeves up again. We've got to start the game better. We've got to be better first half, show more composure on the ball, relax a little bit more, ease ourselves and find ourselves into the game. But if we can show the quality, what we've showed there second half tonight, I believe we've got a great chance of getting 3 points. But the biggest thing is that we come here, we turn up and give these fans, these incredible fans, something to cheer about, and hopefully going home, ending the week with 3 points.
Thank you very much, Josh.